Hey guys, it's Simply Obsessed. Welcome to my channel and welcome to part 2 of my Sims 4 Parenthood Best Legacy Let's Play series. Hello my loves, it's Simply Obsessed. Welcome to my channel and welcome to part 2 of my Sims 4 Parenthood Best Legacy Let's Play series. I am so excited to be back into the groove of things. I have missed you guys. I have missed the best family. I love them to pieces and I know that you guys love them as well, and I'm just so happy to be back into the groove of things. In the last part we got a chance to see the best family. We hadn't seen them in so long. We got a chance to see Mama Margot, we got a chance to see Paulo and Olivia, Ollie, Maya, Mia, Bella, Braxton, Marcus. We got a chance to see everybody. I feel like I left someone out, but yeah, we got a chance to see everyone. In the last part we were celebrating Harvest Fest at Blake's fancy schmancy penthouse apartment, and while there we were introduced to someone new. So our dear Blake is now engaged. He has a beautiful fiance by the name of Justine. I think she is absolutely gorgeous. They make a beautiful couple, and yeah, Blake is engaged. I just can't believe it. The last time we saw him, he was enjoying the bachelor life, being the fun uncle, but now he's decided that he wants to get married, and I'm really excited. Blake and Justine haven't really been together very long. They haven't really known each other very long, but Blake thinks that she's the one and Justine thinks that he's the one, so these two are engaged and they plan on getting married. I cannot wait to see what happens with these two. They actually announced their engagement at the Harvest Fest dinner party, and Mama Margot and the rest of the family were pretty excited. They took it well. They didn't give anybody any side eyes or say anything smart. They were pretty receptive to her, and I feel like they're going to love her up. They're just going to love Justine, and I hope that she loves the rest of the family as well. So I cannot wait to see what happens with those two. But that's pretty much the rundown of everything that happened in the last part. We got a chance to take a peek at everyone that we hadn't seen in a while. Maya, Mia are teenagers, Bella's a teenager, Braxton isn't a little itty bitty toddler anymore. People have grown up and things have changed and rearranged in some households, but we'll dive into those things at another time. I'm just really excited about getting back into hanging with the best family, but that's pretty much the rundown of everything that happened in the last part. In today's part, we are here with Mark and Marcus in their, I'm not going to call it their fancy schmancy apartment. We're here in their humble abode, and right now Mark is here working on some homework. Marcus just woke up feeling all flirty. He's kind of hungry. Oh, and Mark has a class in about an hour. So Marcus, can you be a dear, get off the computer, and can you cook breakfast for everyone? That would be really nice of you. How about you make something quick? Just make some fruit salad for breakfast. But yeah, we are here with the twins, Mark and Marcus. The last time we were here, they were just starting out. They had just moved into this apartment and they were figuring out how to be grown-ups and live on their own. And I'm happy to say that they've been doing pretty well. They've maintained pretty well. Their house isn't super updated, but they're doing pretty good for this stage in their life. They're still young, they're still figuring out. They've got a long ways to go, but they have done pretty well for themselves. They haven't had to ask Mama Margot for money, and yeah, I'm pretty proud of these two. So we have Mark over here. He's doing what he needs to do for class. He just finished his homework, I believe. I think so. So we'll have you what can you do really quickly? Let's have you study until it's time for you to go to class. But yeah, so these two are doing pretty well. The last time we were here, Mark had met this girl named Becca and he thought that she was super sweet and was head over heels. And I'm happy to say that these two are officially boyfriend and girlfriend, and they live together, and here she is. And why she's in her pajamas, I have no idea. But I'm happy to say that Mark and Bella are, not Bella, Bella, Becca. Goodness, my names. I'm all over the place. I'm happy to say that Mark and Becca are still together and they are now living together and things have been going pretty great. You can tell from that little woohoo little symbol at the bottom that they've had a pretty good morning, but I'm happy to say that things are going pretty well for them. Oh, Mark, you have to head on out to class. Talk to your brother later. He has to head on out to class. But yeah, things with Mark and Becca are going pretty well. Becca, she hates the decor. It's not the nicest place, but she doesn't say much. She feels like she has been dropped into the middle of Mark and Marcus's place and doesn't really have room to personalize it, make it her own. She doesn't want to overstep her bounds, and that is because even though Marcus doesn't really have like any hard feelings towards Becca, he's been going through some things of his own, and seeing Mark happy with Becca kind of stings. Even though he's happy for his brother, it kind of stings. So what's been going on in Marcus's life, now please forgive me if I've been mixing up their names, because like I mix up their names, Mark and Marcus, all the time. So please forgive me if I've done it. I feel like I have. But for Marcus, things have been, I don't know, kind of all over the place. So he was recently on academic probation, and now it's time for him to re-enroll, but he's just been putting it off. I don't know what's been going on with him, but he's just been putting it off. He keeps saying he's going to get around to it. Even Margot was like, you know, what are you doing? You gotta figure it out. But he's just been putting it off. And why they're going to class in their pajamas, I don't know. So we're just gonna ignore that. But yeah, Marcus has been putting off going back to school. He doesn't really have like a job. He's not freelancing or anything. He's just been taking odd jobs to keep up with his end of the bills. And I feel like he is actually feeling kind of heartbroken. So the last time that we saw Marcus, he was with his high school sweetheart Ayaka. Those two met in high school. They were high school sweethearts, and even though they were high school sweethearts, Marcus was a little bit of a player. He would flirt around with other girls, and you know, he just wanted to flirt and do his thing. And I think in the back of his mind, he always thought that Ayaka would never really catch on or get tired of it. But she did. Ayaka actually broke up with Marcus, and it stings. Even though he wants to play it off like he's a player and he doesn't really care, Ayaka leaving him kind of stings. So he's been dealing with that. And let's see here, let's have him take on an odd job really quickly. But yeah, so Ayaka leaving him kind of stings. She wanted to move in and start their lives together and all that good stuff, and he just was kind of hesitant. She saw that and was like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, and left him. And that kind of hit him pretty hard. Even though he had some girls he was flirting with on the side, I think his ego was hit the hardest, and he's been kind of down in the dumps in a weird place ever since. But let's have him look up an odd job. Let's just do something really quick. Moving furniture. There we go. That starts at 12. But yeah, Marcus has been in a really weird place, and even though he's happy for his brother, it just kind of stings, I guess, a little bit that his brother is the one that's in a happy relationship, and he was hoping that once he and Ayaka were done, that it would just be him and his brother, and then Becca moved in, and I don't know, I think he was just kind of hoping that it would just be him and his brother. They'd be boys living it up. But Becca came along, and now she lives with them, and he's just at this really weird place. And I hope he gets out of it, but he's weird. He's in a weird spot. He wants to do his own thing, and we'll see how it goes for him. And why are they going to class in their pajamas? Why? But look who's here. It is Marcus. So these two have the house to themselves. Let's have you change into your everyday outfit, change into something else. There we go. Awesome. And let's have you check in on your girl, give her a good morning, brighten her day. Well, it's good afternoon. Brighten her day and check in on one another. Since you two are both busy in school and working, make sure that we spend some time together and, you know, make sure that we check in and keep the connection strong. Oh, and Becca has a class in an hour. So we'll let these two do their thing. Now the plan for today was to actually go on a double date. So Marcus has this girl that he's been talking to. Her name is Salma. Oh their goodness, they are so cute together. But Marcus has this girl that he's been talking to. Her name is Salma. She's really pretty, and I kind of feel bad for the girl because she's stuck with Marcus while he's in this weird place in his life. I feel like she's just a rebound, but then again, what's a rebound to a player like Marcus? I feel like she's going to be used, and I hate that he's being that type of guy to her. But he wanted to go on a double date, so he brought it up to Bella and Mark, not Bella, Becca, goodness. I keep looking at her and thinking of Bella Goth. But he wanted to bring it up to Becca and Mark, and they agreed, so they might go on a little double date later on. Who knows how that's gonna go? But yeah, we'll see how it goes. And she's off to class in her pajamas again. That's bothering me, but it is what it is. So Mark, it looks like you are home alone. Oh, and another change. Angel Cake is not a little kitten anymore. She is a grown-up cat, and she is so adorable. She's wearing this little lion's mane hat that Becca bought for her. I think it looks absolutely adorable. Marcus secretly hates that the cat is wearing this hat. He thinks it looks stupid, but he doesn't say anything because he doesn't want to hurt Becca's feelings, and he doesn't want to make Mark mad, but he really hates he really hates this lion's mane. But yeah, the boys are doing all right. I'm really proud of them. They haven't had to ask Mama Margot for money. Their bills have been paid on time. They're doing pretty well. I just can't wait to see what the future holds for them. Mark is just in such a good place. I'm really proud of him considering he was the shy, nerdy kid in high school, and now he's got a girlfriend and he's balancing school and work, and things are looking up for him. Marcus, we'll just have to see what happens with him. He can't really just do odd jobs forever. He's going to have to pick a career, pick something, and figure out a direction. But he's just going through some things. I think it's a bit of an identity crisis. So we'll see what happens with him. And Mark, actually, is this your computer? No, this is your computer. Let's have you look up some freelancer gigs. Bring in some extra simoleons. Now, with Mark only working odd jobs, he doesn't bring in the most amount of money. He doesn't really bring in much money, to be honest, and Mark doesn't really feel any type of way about it. Becca, on the other hand, she kind of wishes that Marcus would just figure himself out and bring in some extra simoleons, but since she loves Mark, she doesn't really mention it, but she does want him to kind of figure things out, so that way the bills are split evenly. But let's see what we have here. Select a gig. Okay. We don't want to do a cheap one. We want to bring in some good simoleons. Mod makers. What's the highest paying gig? Small mobile game with big bugs. Hello to the programming inclined folk out there. I represent an indie game startup company with big dreams. The current project is nothing fancy, just a simple arcade mobile game. Let's have him try it. I think his programming skill isn't the highest, but let's see. It's due by Tuesday at 9 a.m. I'm kind of nervous about having him take on this gig though, because I think his programming skill isn't, you know what, let's just try it. Let's just try it. So he signed up for that gig. What can we have him do? We can study design documents. And Becca, my dear, you are here. Let's have you change out of your pajamas. Change outfit. There you go. That's what you were supposed to be wearing, but it is what it is. Let's have you change out of your outfit. And oh, we didn't really go into Becca's whole deal. So Becca, she is also a freelancer. She is a freelance writer. She is pretty much almost done with school. After she completes this course, she'll be done and graduating. She's a little bit ahead of Mark. Mark has been juggling a lot with working and freelancing in college as well, but he really wants to graduate, and Becca really cheers him on. She knows that it's a lot, but she's a little further ahead. She'll be graduating. I think she'll be graduating before Mark. Let's see. But she's majoring in literature, and she's a freelance writer. And let's choose a gig for her. I don't want anything small, but I don't want anything too complicated. Let's do enlightening writing job. Namaste, job seeker. My latest I don't know that word. My latest I don't know that word. What word is that? Whatever. Words are not my strong suit. I fumble them all the time. My latest blah 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 on enlightenment and inner peace are nearly complete. I need someone to record and translate into words the meditative experiences and sessions I have in order to help bring enlightenment to the masses. Please contact me. I pays 1,200 simoleons. Let's do it. What do you need to do for this gig? Freelancer. Just chat with the client. And she's feeling all flirty, feeling romantic, cooking memories. Oh, she feels close to someone nearby. Oh, these two. I love them. I love how even though they have their own separate dreams and aspirations, that they always make time for one another. And even if they're not up under one another, like they're both over here working, this is enough for them. Like, they are enjoying each other's company even though they're not really up under one another. I just love them two together. And I think poor Marcus, that probably stings a little bit, like seeing Mark so happy and how they worked out. But Marcus, he wanted to be a player, so he kind of got what he deserved. And he just got back from work. Awesome, Marcus. And look at him. He wants to, start a new relationship, schedule a date. So let's actually have him chat with Salma. Oh, and let me show you the sentiments with his ex. It's kind of sad considering we watched them get together in high school. So it's very complicated. They're broken up. And Marcus is bitter about the breakup. Marcus can't quite shake some resentment towards Ayaka about how the romantic relationship ended. Marcus might find it unpleasant to be around her for a while, and they haven't seen each other since the breakup, so I'm kind of glad about that. Like, she kind of did the deed, broke up with them, and just went her own way. Ayaka's sentiment about Marcus is that she is deeply wounded. She is hurt. Some wounds take a long time to heal. Being around Marcus brings up painful memories. And it's kind of sad to see, but I'm actually proud of Ayaka because she stood up for herself and he wasn't giving her what she wanted, so she just bounced, and it takes a lot of courage. Now, Marcus's new thing, her name is Salma. She's really gorgeous. They're just starting out, and with Marcus being the hot and heavy flirt that he is, their situationship bar is pretty high, and I kind of feel bad for the girl because she's dealing with Marcus while he's in this weird phase, this weird part of his life, but hopefully he figures it out. Let's have him chat with her and see if she's down for hanging out tonight. And I kind of think that the reason why Marcus wanted this whole double date idea was to show Mark that, I'm not hurt, I'm stable, you got your girl, I can get you one too. I think that's what Marcus is trying to do with his whole double date idea. But does anyone have class? I feel like Becca, not inventory, I feel like Becca has another class. Does she? No. Oh, okay, she's good. Her homework is done. She doesn't have class. That's good. So I guess we can have Marcus. What do you need to do? What are your needs? You feeling good? Okay. Well, I guess everybody is done with what they needed to do. These two are over here flirting it up, being romantical. We'll actually have Marcus call Sama back and see if they can get together now for their little double date, and then we'll catch up with them when they're all hanging out together. Alrighty, loves. Marcus, and Becca have been out and about for a while now. They've been hanging out at the karaoke bar. Well, at least Mark and Becca have been enjoying themselves out at the karaoke bar. They're doing their own thing. He's spinning and singing, and Becca is just eating it up. I love it. But for Marcus, his girl didn't come through. He was chatting with her, he was talking to her, and she said she was going to come through. She wanted to meet his brother and his brother's girlfriend, but for whatever reason, she never showed up. So Marcus kind of wandered out here and has been, chatting it up with people, trying to act like he's not hurt. And yeah, so poor Marcus, I think he was stood up. This counts as being stood up. The girl, she just didn't show up. So we're just gonna have him order a drink and wander around and try to salvage his ego and enjoy the rest of the night. Becca and Mark are over here. Oh, where's he going? Oh, he's going to the bathroom. But yeah, Becca and Mark have been over here having fun, doing their own things, singing songs, rocking it out on the karaoke. And Marcus is over here just ordering a drink and trying to save face. I don't know what's going on with Marcus. Maybe it's karma. Maybe it's karma, but he's just, I don't know, he's in such a weird place right now, and I hope he figures it out. But while he's here, let's try to have him get his flirt on. Can you give a flirty introduction? I'm not really a fan of her outfit, or, I'm not a fan of her outfit, but let's see if he can get his flirt on and try to heal up that ego by talking to someone. She seems into it. Okay, I guess he still got it a little bit. It's a slightly awkward encounter, but he has it a little bit. He wants to start a new relationship, schedule a date. Yeah, poor guy. I don't know what's going on with Marcus, but we're just going to call it karma. Is there anybody else out here that he can talk to, flirt with? Let's go over here and talk to Morgan. Let's give a flirty introduction to Morgan. He's had a couple drinks. He's in his feelings. Let's see if he can talk to Morgan and get his flirt on. And as far as Becca and Mark, we'll have them go home. They've been out and about partying for a while, so we'll have them go home, and we'll have Marcus just hang out here, wander about, and see if he can salvage his night. Where is he? Oh, poor guy. Oh, he's loving the atmosphere, but yeah, you can tell that he's kind of in his feelings. Oh, poor thing. But yeah, not Bella. Goodness. Becca and Mark have gone home, and it's just Marcus now. He's enjoying the atmosphere. He's a night owl, so he's loving being out. So let's see if we can salvage this night for him. There has to be a way for him to patch up his ego, to kind of like smooth over his ego. She's cute, and she's wearing she's a celebrity, a proper celebrity, so we won't be able to talk to her. I don't know, is this flirting getting him what he wants? Is there anybody here he can talk to? We're definitely going to have to give her a makeover, but let's see. Oh, she just changed her outfit. Still going to have to give her a makeover, but let's see if we can just talk to her a little bit. See if we can get our flirt on with her. See if his night can be saved. Where is she going? Oh no, she's enjoying the music. Oh, poor Marcus. I wonder what made Salma change her mind and not want to show up. I wonder what made her change her mind. Cause Marcus, he wasn't trying to apply too much pressure. He sold the night as a really good time, hanging out with his brother, doing karaoke, having a blast, but I guess she got cold feet or whatever. Okay, let's go back to Morgan. Let's see. Flirty introduction. Morgan is so pretty. Can we give a flirty introduction? Oh no, she just walked off. Poor Marcus. Oh my. Well, let's see. He can order food from a food stall. Alright, we'll just have him order some food and then go on home. His night is pretty much just his night is just not going his way. So let's order a samosa. eat it up, enjoy our solo meal, and then go home. Poor guy. I think this is karma. I think this is karma. But I don't know. It maybe Marcus. Oh no, the food was too hot. Food was too hot. Oh no. Maybe Marcus will find his groove and yeah, maybe Marcus will find his groove and get back into the swing of things. I think he needs to focus on himself for a little bit, if I'm being honest. I think he's been the cool guy in high school. He had the girlfriend, he was a flirt. Let's have him watch the performance and then head back home. But yeah, I think for Marcus, he's in the middle of an identity crisis. His ego is bruised and he's experiencing a little bit of karma. He was the cool guy in high school. Everybody liked him. He was flirty. He was more popular than his brother, who was kind of like the quiet nerd. He had the girlfriend. He was a flirt. And she kind of saw that there was no future with him, let him down, and now he's just kind of like, now what do I do? He has the freedom to be the type of guy that he wanted to be, which was a player, but I think his ego is bruised, so hopefully he figures it out. He needs to get a better job, he needs to figure out what he wants to do at school, and that guy just threw up. Ew. But maybe Marcus will figure it out. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, so we're going to send him on home. And we'll catch up with him when he gets there. Marcus has made it home. He's been home for a minute now. He just gave Angel Cake a little bit of food, gave her some late night noms, and I guess he's just gonna sit here and hang out and watch TV. He's a night owl, so he's enjoying being up really, really late. He's probably just gonna watch TV till his eyeballs fall out and then call it a night later on. I feel sorry for the dude. I really do. This is not the Marcus we've known previously. Our guy just has some figuring out to do. Hopefully he figures out what he wants to do with his life, what he wants his reputation to be, what type of person he wants to be. I really hope that he figures it out, but he's just going through some things now. And I know that it's not permanent. Hopefully Marcus, he figures himself out. But right now, we're going to call it a part, guys. It's going on 4 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be going into the next day. So, before I go, I just want to say thank you so much for watching today's episode. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm having a blast. I can't wait to continue on and see what else is happening in everyone else's lives. There have been some big changes in rearranging. There's been some big changes and rearranges that have taken place, and I can't wait for you guys to see what's happening with the other members of the Best Family. But before I go, I just want you to know that I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will talk to you beautiful, amazing, lovely, spectacular people in the next episode. Oh, and if you made it this far, leave a blue heart emoji as a comment.